Barry Hawkins breaking off here in frame 5, 2 apiece with James Wattana. This is Group H, the last of the 8 groups in the World Six Race Championship. Just to reiterate, coming into play today, Wattana had played 2-1-2 and Barry Hawkins had played 2-1-2, so both have done well so far. Top 4 of the 6 will qualify for the last 32. And again, from the break off, Snooker on every red. This time it's Wattana.
Two cushions. It's got to be dead weight. I think that's okay. I think he might have covered this red to the right corner. It's not touching. Can Barry see enough of this red? Well, he thinks he can. Well, James a little bit unlucky there. I thought he'd gone slightly high, well, just high enough to cover that red, but Barry's not played a great positional shot there. He's, as we see James in the chair. Just left this a little bit low, but he's just dropping it in for the open red. Good match between these two, this. Good quality. Some good scoring visits.
8.
Yes, it's been more competitive than I suspect the Judd Trump match that we were originally intending to show you would have been. Hossein Ayori turned up late. He's done that twice now in 4 matches at the tournament. It's a little bit shabby, but anyway, it's our fortune really, because this has been a good match and I'm sure it will continue to be.
Nine.
Well, he was hoping that pink would have bounced off the cushion a little more. He's out of position now. I can't see him taking anything on here. Okay, there's a pot on the green, but I think it has to be a safety.
Barry Hawkins, 9.
Just left a little bit sticking out there, so he's forcing James into opening up the reds here. And you'll have to be careful with this one. So Hawkeye shows us the shot. So easy to leave reds on from these positions if you don't get the cue ball correct. Well, that's not bad. I think the red that's furthest away from us will pot. Always better to get those on the thin side. Good pace on the cue ball. Safety shots, David. What's going on? Not having this.
High quality ones though, yes. It's a cagier frame. Not. I suppose it's getting a cagey match now, halfway through. And they both played well. They've each seen their opponent play well, so they don't want to leave any sort of pot on.
Great shot. Managed to avoid the blue. Oh, slow down. It's not bad now.
Yes, a little tap on the table from Barry Hawkins. Of course, Wattana, when he turned pro, based himself in Bradford, where a lot of really good players also practiced, including, of course, Joe Johnson.
I think Joe took him under his wing for a little bit, didn't he?
Yes, he learnt English, Wattana, playing Scrabble. And learnt snooker, professional snooker, as I say, based in Bradford.
Do you know what his highest ever point tally was then? I don't mean on the green base.
Not sure. Not sure. John D would know. John D, former snooker journalist, spent many hours playing Scrabble with him.
Foul.
Ah.
Ratchapol, Pu-Ob-Orm 4.
Well, the only good news, he's got distance between them, but it's not as intended, clearly. Well, he spent a long time lining that up, but he didn't go in. Could have finished a lot worse for Wattana, though.
Well, he'll be a little bit disappointed there because that was a really good chance to put James in some trouble if he gets the cue ball tight to the black. Well, it's not an easy safety, but I think he could possibly play a cross double here and bring the white back up towards this top cushion. Well, at least he got the second part right with the cue ball. Okay, he didn't get the pot, but white is in the correct position. Yes, big match for these two in this group. Like I say, they've won 2 each. They know that if they win this one, they are through really to the next stage.
Well, it's the cages frame we've seen so far. And really, at this point, it's an irrelevance that it's 6 reds. It just feels like a normal frame of snooker, a safety battle going on.
Oh, it's a good shot now. He's avoided the pink. Okay, there is a pot on to the green pocket, but it's not easy. Not from that distance, and Barry, as you can see, just nearly tucked under this top cushion. I think it's one of those situations where you might be forced into a pot here because it's not that easy to get safe. Well, just pushing the red to the cushion, trying to cover the other two, which he hasn't quite done.
Well, a young fan there watching intently.
Well, again, what about this one? Great shot. It was nearly perfect. Of course, he's got all of the experience. Playing on the main tour for all those years. As we already said, James, former world number 3. So he knows what he's doing. He's putting Barry under a little bit of pressure here. Well, obviously not as intended. The brown's close.
Foul.
It gets worse. And he's left everything on
Ratchapol,
for James.
4.
So won't be best pleased with that shot.
One.
Well, Wattana played some excellent safety. It's now a question of whether he can take advantage here.
Six. 7. 11. 12.
'Good solid match play from James here. Now those 2 excellent safeties, bringing the cue ball down towards this top cushion, had Bowie in a lot of trouble, which has created this opening. A few dignitaries from the IBSF around the world. Seen some good quality snooker today. Neil Robertson
17.
was on fire against Jimmy White, and this is an excellent match between these two. Great shot, bang in the middle. It needed potting. Well, he'll still need that green though on the side cushion if he takes the brown. He's done the maths. Brown, yellow and green needed.
He seemed to take his time doing the maths, so he only just kind of cottoned on, I think, that he still needs the green.
Difficult to get on the green from there. They might even refuse the pot and play a good safety.
22.
Should have made sure he got onto the yellow properly. And so anywhere on that side cushion with a cue ball would have been okay, but I don't think he'll take the pot on here. There's no percentage in it. And again, just look at that. Great shot. He's got Barry in trouble once more. Lots of experience in that shot. I don't know whether the natural angle is on from this left-hand cushion, because I think the middle pocket's in the way. He might just have to go beyond the middle and bounce it a little, but he's playing with topspin, so is the angle on? Oh, that's unbelievable. You can stand there all day and not do that. How has he gone around the yellow?
On 4.
Well, it didn't look like there was much room to do that. Incredible, really.
Well, as soon as it came off that side cushion, David, I thought that's a good shot, but how has he gone around that?
Well, he's got to hit it this time. He's 25 behind now, with 27 on, so has to hit this.
Well, he has done, but I think he's left it on. I think James can't see enough of that yellow to pot it. It was an awkward snooker. This is frame ball then. Tell you what, he's played some really good safety shots in this frame, James Wattana. He's had Barry in all sorts of trouble.
Yeah, this is a tough old battle, and certainly in the safety area, Wattana is on top.
I think Barry's thinking, you're not allowed to play like this, James. You're getting on a bit now, you know.
Well, of course, Wattana learnt it the hard way against the likes of Steve Davis and all the great players from 20 years ago.
Well, it's over now.
Well, he's really got stuck in here, Wattana.
7.
Very proud, I'm sure, to be centre stage in his home country. Barry Hawkins knows that this is a real tough battle. He's played pretty well himself, but he's gone behind here
12.
to a very determined James Wattana. Who now leads by 3 frames to 2. And as I say, the safety game there, the tactical game, really came to the fore. Wattana in front here in Bangkok.